have a lot going on down here. Try to move it down. Okay. So I've been making videos um, on every time I lately that I've been working in clay, I've been filming it. I'm trying to get a few videos stored up so when I go on YouTube, I will have some things to post. And also, I am starting a new channel. It's just going to be an art channel, nothing to do with Scientology. So anyway, the other day I showed how to make, oops, now they're all rolling on the floor. Oh my goodness. I showed how to make these beads. They're kind of cool. They didn't turn out exactly like I wanted them to, but they're kind of pretty. And I also made these snail looking things out of the same clay. I don't know what I'm going to do with those. And then yesterday I made a video on how, or day before, on how to make these little pods. I love these little pods. They look like artichokes. And so I have strung them on wire. They're fresh out of the oven, so they're cured. They're hard. And the way I don't take a brush and put varnish on each one of them. That would take forever. So what I do is I string them on a wire, and I have a plastic container of, believe it or not, liquid floor polish, like when you're mopping your floors. And I take the wire and I dip it down in the floor polish, let the big drops get off. And I have a fan in my room, a standing fan, and I put a towel underneath, and I actually hang these wires on my fan so they will dry faster. And then when they're dry, they come out a little bit shiny like this. And if I have some kind of finish on it, like this gold leaf, once the varnish is on there, the gold leaf won't start rubbing off. So these are ready to go and be polished. Now, and I made some bracelets out of scrap clay, and I'm not sure. I mean, I don't like this one. Of course, it's not sanded and varnished yet. But I put the clay on a metal I forget what these are called, and they slide right off. And of course, these need to be sanded and either varnished or polished. And so I need to do that. Here are some that have been polished. These are called lentil beads. Some of them are really pretty. They have swirls. I just have a mishmash of stuff on here. There's a flower. And let's see, I made a video yesterday, and I made this big block of clay out of scraps, and I made this little block of clay out of not really scraps, just some clay pieces that I decided to throw together. And I made this pendant. And this is fresh out of the oven also. I don't usually have to sand my stuff, but I didn't have enough clay. So this end is kind of flat. I'm just going to sand this and resin it so I can, my lighting's not very good, is it? So I can string this with crystals and wire, and I'm going to make a necklace out of it, I suppose. And then I saw a great idea for scrap clay, you know, and when you're working with polymer clay, you end up with a bunch of scrap clay. Some people end up with a lot more than others. I don't mind getting scrap clay because I can make Natasha beads, which are my favorite thing to make. These are called Natasha beads. They're not really beads. I mean, you can make beads out of them, but whoever figured this method out, her name was Natasha, and Natasha means that each side, like these two sides, mirror each other. Like I took 2 slices off of here on the short end, and I got this. If you put these together, you will see that they mirror each other. Both sides are the same. But anyway, my favorite thing to make is Natasha beads because you never get the same image. Like I could never make another one exactly like this or exactly like this. You can tell these two came from the same block of clay, but the design's always different. That's the only bad thing about Natasha, the Natasha method. But anyway, so you end up with a lot of scrap clay. Like I said, some people end up with more than others. But I saw a polymer clay artist that's been around for a long time. Her name's Laura Schilling, and she was making these the other day out of her scrap clay. And I thought, what a good idea. And I put Swarovski crystals in there. And this is just paint. And it's not like I used a brush. This is what I used. I used these paint pens. Pretty cool. And these 2 different brands, but they come in, of course, all colors, and they're not real cheap. These are a lot cheaper than the Posca brand, but I got them at Walmart. You can buy them at Walmart, or you can go to the art store and get them. One thing that I made a mistake was when I first bought, oops, when I first, hold on, when I first got my pens, I didn't think that maybe these are going to be the tip's going to be too big to fit down in the small spaces. So you can imagine the hard time and mess I had trying to use the big tip marker. So I went back and got the fine line. I really wish they had an even finer tip than this, because it was a little tricky getting down in the real tight spaces. I did have to take a brush to get in like real tight spots. But anyway, I thought, what a wonderful thing. I didn't decorate the back. Usually I Usually let me find one. I stamp my back. My lighting's terrible, sorry. But you can see kind of how I stamp the back. I didn't do that to this one. I should have, but next time I will. This was kind of just a practice piece. But so I'm going to string a necklace using this, but I don't know if I'm going to get started right now. I finally have a dentist appointment to get fitted for my missing tooth in the front. Thank God. And that's like at 9 o'clock this morning, which is in 5:30, 6:37, less than 3.5 hours. So I'm not going to be able to be on here very long because I have to go shower and stuff. And being in a wheelchair, I can't do anything fast. I say it takes me 3 times as long to do anything as an able-bodied person. But since I've gotten older, I think it takes me maybe 4 times as long to do anything as a able-bodied person. So to take a shower, it takes me a while. Okay, if it took me an hour when I was able-bodied, it doesn't take me 4 hours. So I can't say it takes me 4 times as long. It probably takes me 2.5 times as long to get ready as it used to when I was able-bodied. But anyway, so yeah, I'm starting a new channel, and it's going to be just for mainly polymer clay, but you know, I do other kinds of art too. But I'm trying to think of the name of the channel. In the meantime, I'm stacking up. I've made 3 videos I haven't posted yet. I'm going to go through some of these beads while I'm sitting here and figure out maybe which ones I might want to use with this pendant. These, I have cases and cases and cases of beads. These are small cases. I have some really big cases also, but these little cases have a lot of my favorite beads in there. I like that one. I need to get some of this coral color. That's kind of pretty. Maybe that one. Maybe that one. Maybe a flower. See, I always take out more than I'm going to use, so I have a lot to pick from. I kind of pack like that to go on trips. I always overpack because I like to have things to choose from. You know, like I can't pack an outfit for each day because I don't know what I'm going to be in the mood to wear that day. So I have to have at least 2 or 3 things to choose from, and so I always overpack. It's terrible. It's terrible, terrible. Here's purple. Purple. I have an idea how I'm going to do this, and it's kind of hard to explain, but I'm not going to use a lot of the same beads. I'm going to have like a mixture of beads because I like it better that way. I don't like everything to be uniform. I would rather have it be kind of artsy fartsy rather than, you know, the same with everything. So here's some crystals in here. I am going to use some crystals, but I have big boxes of crystals. You know what? I'm going to go find a bead tray. Let me see. I have a bead tray. I I always do that. I always run into my little table over here. The studio is really small. Hi, baby. Hi, P. Oh, my little dog is in here. Hey, baby, what you doing? Let me. Oh, gosh, darn! I keep running into that table. Oh, that TV out there is so loud. I have some bead trays somewhere. I don't know if they're in use. I feel like they are. I can hear stuff falling off. Wonderful. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh, this is full of beads. Oh, my gosh, so is this one. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. Do I not have an empty bead tray? This is a true mess, you guys. A true mess. I thought these trays were empty, but surprise, they're not. I was making SPTV bracelets. You can see all the letters in this tray. I need to make some more before the cruise. I'm going to take some with me. Okay, an empty bead tray. I don't know where they would be. I'm going to look in these. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 20 drawers back here. And let me tell you, I use every one of them. And I pretty much know what's in every one of them. This bead tray has something on it too. Ah, that's crazy. That is cray cray. I just found an empty drawer. Okay. Oh my goodness. Of course, things are falling. It is hot in here. Good gosh, it's hot. Very hot. So I'm going to clear this bead tray off. This is a lot of like natural beads. So this will be easy to clear because most of them are on strings. Yep. Some pretty beads. Pretty. I like those. I like these too. I made a 3-stranded necklace out of these. They're hard to see. They're blue, dark blue. Turquoise and coral and turquoise, and I don't know what the brown ones are. They might be turquoise too. Do you know turquoise comes in a lot of different colors, not just blue and green. It also comes in like beige, brown. I've seen red turquoise, but it's not like bright red like coral. I just need to dump this. This bead tray is so dirty. It's almost embarrassing. Oh my goodness. P, what do you want? My dog is pushing on the back of my wheelchair. What do you want, baby? I don't have any treats in here, really. You ate them all. You ate all the treats. I'm trying to cleaned this bead tray off a little bit and it's not working. It's disgusting looking. And I don't know how it got so dirty, but it was white when it started. I will never buy a white bead tray again. That looks disgusting. Well, I'm going to put these bead trays back. Hey, baby, I don't have any treats that you like. I promise I don't. Here, come here. That's all I have. All I have, baby. Here you go. That's all I have. I'm going to open this box and dump them out. You can see for... Oh, wait, I do have some that he likes. Oh, my goodness. I'm losing my mind. Look, here. Here, baby. You want it? Okay, look, they're right here if you want them. Right there. Get your treats. Oh, it's hot. Fan. Oh my goodness. My goodness gracious. Oh. If there's any beads on here I can use. I don't know what happened to my music. It stopped. I had it playing off of YouTube, so it's not copyrighted. And I thought it would just keep playing, but it's not. Let's see. Oh, every time I click on it, it starts. Oh. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Well, here's some of that purple color. Ah, cool. Here is, dear, I have so much stuff on my desk. So much clay back there. Okay, this isn't working. This is not working. It's probably hard for you to see, but these purple ones match the purple on here. So I'm going to put these ones that I've already pulled out of the box onto this tray. I usually don't use a tray when I'm just making like one necklace, because I don't like to pull out a bunch of beads and then have to put back the ones I don't use. So I usually just work out of the boxes that they're already in. But since I'm going to be doing this on camera, I thought a bead tray would be better. And there's no quick way to get beads off a bead tray. You have to pick them up either one by one, or I'm doing 2 by 2. Oh goodness. So I don't really know what's going on very much in the SPTV world. I mean, I do a little bit, but I don't watch it near as much as I used to. I've been really depressed like the past couple of weeks, and trying to figure out what to do with my channel and figure out, I don't, I'm not an ex-Scientologist. It's hard to come up with content unless you live by an org that you can protest at, or if if, well, mainly they get content, you know, when they can protest. So since I do not live near an org, which I'm so surprised, Jacksonville, Florida is the biggest city in Florida area-wise. I'm not talking population. I'm pretty sure Miami is the biggest as far as population, but area-wise, um, we are the biggest city in Florida, and if I'm not mistaken, I think we're the third biggest city area-wise in the United States. Now, don't quote me on that. We're 13th largest in the country, I think, population-wise. But someone needs to fact check me on all that. But I am so surprised that there's some pearl earrings that I made. I made the ear wire. Those are kind of cool. That's sterling silver ear wire. I need to polish it. But I am so surprised that there is not an org here in Jacksonville, because I mean, we're on the east coast of the state and Clearwater is on the Gulf side of the state. So I don't understand why they wouldn't have an org here, but they don't. And they do have one, I think, in Orlando, which is the middle part of the state, you know, by Disneyland and all that. But I mean, it's so freaking hot and muggy there. But I guess they figure a lot of people go to Disneyland, and I guess, I don't know. It just seems odd that they wouldn't have an org in Jacksonville, and it really upsets me because I can't protest. So let me get back to my point. My point was I have trouble coming up with Scientology content. And it's just really depressing for me. I started my channel like the 29th of January or something like that. And that's been a long time. It's already August. That's like the 8th month. And I don't even have 1,000 subs yet. And like 2 weeks ago, I had 749 subs. And do you know, I've been watching it go down every day. Like they show me losing subs. And I just can't imagine people taking the time to come over to my tiny little channel. Hi, Janelle. Welcome, welcome. I'm just kind of complaining right now. I cannot imagine people taking the time to come to my tiny channel to, I'm just kind of looking to see what I have on this bead tray. Yeah, coming to my channel and unsubbing. It doesn't seem logical to me. So I don't know what's going on. I know I have watched subs disappear before, and you know, it puzzled me, but to go down 10 subs like in a week is really odd in my opinion. And I'm about to write YouTube and ask what the deal is. And also I noticed one time I was on someone's channel or something, and people were subbing, and I believe they were. You know, they're like in the chat, they would say, okay, I just subbed to your channel. And I counted up like at least 6 people said that. And then when I checked my channel later on, they weren't added on. They weren't, the total never went up. So YouTube did not add them. So I thought that was odd too. So I don't know what YouTube is up to. I really don't. I don't think they care very much about the small guy, which is really, I have to go put this bead tray up, which is really disheartening, you know. They should care about the little guy because we're not going to be little guys forever. But, you know, they're not going to have everybody be a Mr. Beast channel. I don't know what's going on with him. I watched a few things. I'm trying to sorry, I keep looking. I'm not even looking at the chat. I really apologize. You think subs come in wave sets like the tide coming in? They show up differently in the analytics too. Yeah, that's true. They do come in waves, and I notice like if one of my videos does well, like the last one that did well was one I made. It's not a nice one. Addressing Mitch Brisker, and I made it, and when I woke up the next day, I couldn't believe there was like 1,000 views, and that's very odd for my channel. But and I had gained like 100 subs. But when they start taking on, when it starts going down, Janelle, and like I've noticed, like in less than a week, I have 10 less subs than I did, you know, less than a week ago. And it's just hard for me to believe people take the time to come over and unsub. I mean, the only time I unsub is if I get angry at somebody, and I don't, I'm taking this off, I don't get angry that often, you know, but like, I'm just going to say it, like a DOA, I did take the time to unsub from him, but not that many people watch my videos to take the time to unsub. And like I said, I don't know why anyone would get mad at me except for the Mitch Brisker one, and that's when I gained subs. So I don't know, it's really strange, really strange. But anyway, my point was that I'm going to start strictly art channel, mostly a polymer clay channel, because that's what I enjoy working in the most. And I will do other art projects on there, but I'm thinking of a name right now. And in the meantime, I've just been, sorry about the dirty, filthy bead board. I'm trying to pick out beads that will go with this pendant that I made. And like I have some of my favorite beads in these small boxes. I'm just kind of looking through them and picking out a few that I might use. This is kind of cool. These clear bubble looking beads. They're clear. But yeah, so I've just been, I've made 3 polymer clay videos lately. I mean, the past 3 days. I haven't posted yet. I'm just kind of stacking them up because I am going on the cruise next month, and I want to have, I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford to pay for the Wi-Fi so I can live stream on there. I really want to. I think it's important that I do. I think I'd be able to gain some subscribers if I did that, for sure. But if I can't, I want to be able to post, you know, videos while I'm gone. So I have, you know, content coming up. It's an 8-day cruise. Oh, hi, Health Gear. Sorry, I don't look at the chat that much. I'm just kind of mumbling along here, talking, getting some frustrations out, trying to let people know what's been going on with me and stuff. But uh, how about anti-Scientology jewelry? I have a lot of SPTV jewelry, that's for sure, but I haven't sold very much of it. Like a Not Today Thetan necklace. Yeah, that would be cute. Um, just saw my sketchbook video. Oh, I haven't seen that. Um, blah, 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 blah. Where is Battle Creek? Um, yeah, there are. I haven't, like I said, I haven't been watching much SPTV the past 10 days to 2 weeks. I've just been so depressed. Ah. Oh, Janelle, what is the name of your channel? Have I subscribed to it? Oh, Janelle, do I know you from Pup Groomer? What, was it you I was talking to on Pup Groomer's channel? You're in Michigan, that's right. Um, Janelle, I think I did subscribe to you. Yes, okay. How are you doing? I didn't even realize that was you. That's how long it's been since I've been. Okay, you're an old. Oh, shoot. I just knocked this bead tray over here. Oh, Lordy. Oh, my goodness. Look at this. Look how full it is. I knocked it and only like 3 beads fell off, if you can believe that. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a whole disaster. I would have cried. Uh, yes, I remember. I remember speaking to you. Like, yeah, I have like SPTV necklaces. Everything's showing up. Is it showing up backwards? Yep. I swear I put mirror my image. I don't. Anyway, this is a choker. These are on adjustable leather cords. Um, you think talking the art tangent is a good idea, even if only if you watch it. Yeah, you're right. I am going to start going on live, kind of like Pup Groomer. She goes on a lot, like almost every day, and she keeps the late hours like I do. So I'm going to have to try to figure out different hours, so I don't, cross over into hers, so people don't have to make a choice. They can go to both of us. So I think I'll probably go on earlier than her. She's on the West Coast, and I mean, I know she's not all the way on the coast, but she's um, on the Pacific, in the Pacific time zone, and I am on the East Coast, Eastern time zone. Which colleges are in my area? Oh, there's a lot. I mean, there's a few in Jacksonville. I don't know the names of them, but I know there's, some community colleges, and I don't know if there's a university, but I know that I've seen a few here and there. I don't get out a whole lot, but I don't know if y'all heard, I have a dentist appointment this morning to get fitted for my partial for my missing front tooth. I am so excited. It's at 9 o'clock, and I couldn't sleep very much last night. I got up around 2 o'clock in the morning, so I couldn't sleep because I am such a night owl. And decided to just pop on here, and since nobody else was on, decided to pop on here and say hi. But yeah, I'm not going to be on real long, but because I have to take a shower, and that takes me a lot longer than most people. Let's see. We're working on a protest idea calling Operation Back to School. Okay, that sounds interesting. Back to school. Like what's your idea? I'm interested. Is it for the young kids, like to spread awareness to people that have elementary and um, aged children, or are you thinking like college aged, or both? That is a good idea. And I was thinking last night, I need to go up to my local shopping center that's like 2 miles away, and there's a Michael's there and a Joann's. Both, have art supplies, so um, that's where I go mostly to get my art supplies. And I can do chalk tech up there, and I could print some flyers just to spread awareness. Since there's not an org here to protest, I could, just spread awareness about Scientology and do that. So I might do that when I get back from the cruise. It's a little hot right now, but you're going to practice that. Oh, sweet. Practice what? The flyers could get people watching on. Yeah, you're right. That's true. That's true. I need to check out Jen's all the flyers that she has. I haven't looked at that yet, but I know she has a ton of them. Of course, I don't have a printer, but my bozo roommate / ex-husband in there does. He just bought a new one, of course. I can't afford a pack of cigarettes hardly, but he can. We got in a fight. We haven't fought in a long time, but we did the other day because, of course, when it came time for me to pay rent, and I owed him some money besides that. I'm just messing with my clay because I like the way it feels. I needed the money because I need to buy bus ticket to get to and from Miami, for the cruise, which is September 20th, my birthday. We leave the 21st, but I have to get down there on the 20th, and I need to purchase my bus tickets, or else they're going to be twice as expensive if I wait. And of course, after I paid the money I owed, I didn't have but like $100 left to last me the whole month. So we were arguing about that. And I mean, he has a lot of money in his savings account. Like, it's a lot of money to me, like 40,000 at least in his savings. And he wouldn't let me keep enough money to buy my bus tickets and pay him later. That's how mean he is to me. He's just cheap, and that he hates to be told he's cheap, but I'm telling you, he is so freaking cheap and so greedy about money that it drives me crazy. And that's like the worst insult I could ever say to him. He hates being told he's cheap and greedy, but he is. He's just cheap and greedy. I mean, why wouldn't he let me keep the bus ticket's only $50 each way. I mean, come on, $100. Give me a freaking break. Yeah, it's my ex, because back in 2019, I was overdoing my pain medication, and I lived with my mom. This is on the East Coast, I mean the Gulf side of Florida. Been living with my mom since 2002. I had my accident and couldn't take care of myself, so she came, and I was living in California. She was in Florida, so I moved in with her and rehabilitated, and I've been living with her. I'd been living with her for 17 years, and I even had a 15-year-old son at the time. We were living with her. She said, "You go to rehab or move out." And so, of course, I went to rehab. But when I went, she called up there and told my counselor to tell me that she didn't want me back. I don't have a place to live anymore. To figure it out, to go to a woman's shelter or wherever, but I can't come home. And needless to say, well, not needless to say, but I kept thinking, well, she'll change her mind. She'll calm down, in a month or so, she will calm down and I'll be back home. 2.5 years later, after living on the streets of Austin, Texas, homeless, in a wheelchair, she never did let me back. So I got tired of living on the street. It was very, very hard in a wheelchair. And I had no one else to call. So I called my ex-husband, who was a narcissist from hell. We get along like cats and dogs. We get along a little bit better lately because I don't put up with his shit anymore. And so he's kind of laid off me a little bit, but I'm gonna look at the chat real quick. High school and community colleges posting flyers with info to educate. Yes, that's a great idea. Back to the school project. To do that would be great. Look, I'm skipping around because I always forget to look at the chat. I'm so sorry. Let's see. The income freshmen and people who are susceptible to being recruited. Yes. You notice cheap people have more money. Yeah, that's true. Everybody has more money than me. I spend it when I get it. Hey, Brian, welcome. Good morning. But anyway, so I did not have a place to go or a Brian, I'm telling my story again, and I don't mind saying it over and over because people should know. But I called him and he let me move in, and I pay rent. He has the upstairs, and I have the downstairs since I'm in a wheelchair. I have a big bedroom. I have my own bathroom, and he's an artist. So and you guys, he's 25 years older than me, or 24 or something like that. He's 87 and I will be 62 next month. So imagine that. He's way older than me, but he's in such good health that drives me crazy. He will probably outlive me. He shouldn't because he's so mean, but I mean, he's only mean to me. He's not mean to other people. He can be, but he thinks he's the nicest person in the world. And he can be nice, but he can be very mean too. He thinks he is all that. He thinks he's perfect and nothing is ever his fault. Nothing. I'm serious. And usually when people say nothing, they mean almost nothing. I'm telling you, this man doesn't think anything is his fault. And let me give you an example. This is how much he doesn't think, anything can be his fault. Well, maybe this isn't a good example, but let me tell you what the kind of stuff he blames me on, which is so ridiculous. Okay, before I found these little liquid roach traps, we were seeing a few roaches in our kitchen. Mind you, we keep it clean, but they were coming. Those little ones were coming in. I guess because it's so hot outside. I don't know, but one night, oh, and I used to freak out. Like, I would say, oh my God, this is so gross. And I would want to kill him, but he would not let me spray the motherfuckers. He catches them in a jar and puts them freaking outside. Okay? A roach. Yes. A little roach he will catch in a jar and put outside. And I don't have the patience nor the, I don't know. I will not catch a roach in a jar and put it outside. So, but he won't let me use roach spray in the kitchen, even though the roach spray is not toxic for children or pets. Okay, he still wouldn't let me. So, one time I said, "Oh my God," and like another roach, and he got mad at me, and he said, "We have roaches because of you." I said, "What are you talking about? Because of me?" I said, "I don't leave food out, and I put the, I don't leave dishes in the sink. How is it my fault?" And he said, "It's your fault because you're," I can't say it without laughing, you guys. I'm serious. He said, "It's your fault because you're the one that talked me into moving to Florida. You wanted to move to Florida. So it's my fault we have roaches because I wanted to move to Florida." I am so serious. And I said, "You have got to be kidding me." I said, "Are you serious?" He said, "Well, it is your fault." I said, "That's not my fault. I didn't bring the roaches. You can want to move somewhere, and because they have certain bugs doesn't make it your fault." Good Lord. And I am serious. I had to roll away in my wheelchair and go journal after he said that because he wouldn't back down. And he was serious. It was all my fault. Anyway. That's why he lives upstairs alone with his pet dust bunnies. Yeah. Actually, yeah. I spray them. I have like, it is a stretch. It's his middle name, Petty. It should be. Oh my gosh, you guys, but it's so funny. I had to crack up that I didn't think it was funny when he was saying it. I thought it was so ridiculous. When he first said it, I thought he was joking, but I'm serious. He was not joking. And so I went in my room and started journaling about it because that's the way I have to get it out, because you can't argue with him. You cannot argue with that man, because when you make a valid point, he will like ignore that and answer like a totally different question. I mean, it makes no sense. So I can't argue with him. I'm trying to find some little well, I have enough to start with. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to find, I want to find some beads, this coral color. I do have like little starfish that are that color. But I don't know if a starfish would go with this. This is kind of modern / artsy looking. I guess maybe the little starfish could go with it. I don't know. Here's a off-white starfish, and here's a shell. But I don't think this is very beachy. I don't think I should put that. I have a ton of other beads. I can find coral. I'll leave that one out just in case. But anyway, I'm still thinking about that. It is so funny to me that he could be serious about that. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so hilarious. It cracks me up so much. Oh my goodness. I just blink at him and ask if he's developing frontal timber. You know what? He does have a little bit of dementia because like he can't remember what he said like 2 minutes ago. That's why it's hard to argue with him because he gets so scattered that I know a lot of it's on purpose that he won't like answer logically because he is a master at twisting things to fit his narrative, you know. And I'm telling you guys, some of the things are so hilarious. The, the way he stretches things, like, is as much as he stretched like the roach is my fault, he will do that about other things and say something that's almost such a stretch that it doesn't even fit the scenario. Um, but anyway, yeah, I don't know what my point was, but we haven't been arguing that much lately. Um, he's left me alone until the other day when he wouldn't let me, borrow money for a bus frickin' ticket, $100. But that's okay because guess what? He's going to be real surprised next month when I don't pay the rent because I need all the money for the cruise. I'm keeping my whole freaking check, and it's going to cause World War III, I guarantee you, but only for like a couple of days. So I'll just have to put up with it. But I'll have my whole check, and he can just add it on to what I owe him. I don't owe him. All I owe him right now is less than $100, you guys. Less than $100. That is not much. It's like $69 or something I owe. Yeah, I'm not, sounds like he's cultivating a lot. Oh my gosh, Janelle, I have so many resentments. And it's terrible to have resentments. And when he leaves me alone, like, I start to get over my resentments, but they come back so fast if he gets on my case. It takes about 5 seconds for me to lose control and get angry and get defensive if he starts in on me, because I put up with that kind of abuse for so long. I was with him for 13 years. I met him when I was 17, almost 18, and he was 42. And you can imagine the dynamic in that relationship. Gosh darn, wish I would have listened to my mother and gotten away from him. Yours is delusional too. Just think about how long he has been holding that thought in. Sounds like he oh yes, he knows what buttons to push. But you know what? Every once in a while, I've gotten better about it lately. Like, he'll say something, how it's my fault, and I go, oh, okay, yeah, sure, okay, and I surprise him. I don't argue back, and that really, it gets to him. But he'll follow me from room to room, walking behind my wheelchair, continuing the lecture, continuing the argument, telling me, all you like to do is argue, while he's following me to my bedroom, and I tell him to please leave. All you like to do is argue while he's in my room, not leaving. And I'm not saying everything's his fault, but I know it's not all my fault. Crappy childhood fairy. Oh, wow. I'm going to write that down. That's a funny name. He even had a dream where he said, do you have to make everything about you? Oh gosh. Yeah, you know, they don't like it when you don't get heated and when you don't, you know, blow up. He's so used to me doing that that I'm going to try my hardest to start saying, "Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, sure. I know. I know it's my fault. I know. I know." Yeah. But anyway, too funny. So 6:30, 7:30. We have to leave in 2 hours. I'm only going to be able to stay on for about 5 more minutes because I have to go shower so I can go to the dentist. I can't wait. And this place advertises that you can get like dentures and partials the same day. So I'm going to find out what that's about. I don't think that will happen for me, but I will probably, hopefully, by the end of this week, have my front tooth. I will be so excited. I just hope I don't talk with a lisp. You know, some people they get dentures and partials, and they start talking with the lisp. I have kind of a little lisp since this tooth fell out. I can't say my F F very good, and my last name is Ford, like the car, so it's hard for me to say my last name. I can't say F's very well, and there's another letter I have trouble with also, but I can't remember what it is right now. But I hope that I was going to get. I went to a regular dentist, and to get everything done right in my mouth, it was going to cost $10,000, and I only have $4,000 worth of dental insurance a year. So I have to wait till December and use my $4,000 in December, like the end of December, and let it roll over into January and use my next $4,000 to get everything done the correct way. So in the meantime, I was checking online, and you can buy kits where you can make your own dentures, you know, and of course they make it look easy and they look pretty good, but and they have this new stuff out that you can put in boiling water so you can fit everything a lot better. And I was going to try that, but I have one tooth, and then, you know, the other front teeth next to, anyway, I couldn't get the dentures because I have teeth. I need a partial, and to try to make a partial is very hard, or it looked hard to me. So I found this place, and like I said, I have my appointment this morning, and I am so excited. I hope I have a decent smile by the end of the week. If you can hear the lisps, you'll be able to overcome it. Oh, really? Cool. Yes, you know what? I never even thought I would make it to 60. I'm about to turn 62, but if I continue smoking, I won't be around for long. And I know this, and I love cigarettes. I'm sorry, I just love cigarettes. And I not gonna lie, I really don't want to quit. The only reason I want to quit is because maybe I'll live a little longer. I live in such chronic pain. What's the difference? I don't want to live to be 90, that's for sure. And I have, you know, my one son, he's 20, and I would, you know, it's going to be sad for him when I go. But really, like I said, I love my cigarettes, especially with my coffee. It will take time to get used to it. Yeah. Butterfinger, pretty crafty, but I don't think I would try to make Yeah. I'm pretty crafty too. And the tinctures, like, they came made, and you put them in boiling water, and they get this new plastic they have gets very malleable. And a lady did it, and it looked it looked pretty easy. And if you don't get a good fit, you can put them back in the water, and you can like do that up to 20 times before the plastic starts getting a little weak. So I thought, well, 20 times I should be able to get at least some decent fit. You have 20 chances. I mean, come on. I am an artist. I work with clay. I can probably get a decent fit. But like I said, that was for the full set already made. Trying to make a partial, you have to take an impression. Then you have to, I don't know all the steps, but then you would have to make the top plate somehow and leave spaces where you have teeth, and put a fake tooth in where you're missing a tooth. It's just, yeah, I think I would have a hard time getting a decent piece I could use, so that's why I didn't even try it. But you used to smoke, and you quit. How long ago did you quit? How long ago did you quit smoking? Did you gain a lot of weight? I need to gain some weight. I was a good size back in January when I started my channel, but it doesn't take long for me to lose weight. And I said I've been kind of depressed for about 10 days or 2 weeks. It's really been a little bit longer than that. And when I'm not hungry because I don't feel well, or my mental health is not doing good, I can't force myself to eat. I just can't. And I lose weight fast, and I'm looking pretty thin right now, and I don't like it at all. And I've been too heavy. Before, when I came out of prison, I weighed 180 pounds. I weigh probably right now, probably about 10. I'm lucky if I weigh 108 right now. My ideal weight's around 115. So, but I've been too skinny. When I first met Richard, he was a cocaine dealer, and of course I got real skinny. And I've been too skinny and too heavy. And it's more embarrassing. It was more embarrassing for me when I was too skinny, because when people are too thin, they look sickly. And when you're too heavy, at least you look healthy. I mean, there's a point to where you start looking unhealthy if you get too heavy. But, if I had a choice to be too thin, a little too thin, or a little too heavy, I'd much rather be a little too heavy. That's just how I felt about it. I don't like cannabis, and I have tried it throughout the years over and over. I have never tried a gummy, or as far as like smoking it, I didn't like. I think a couple of times I got some that I was laughing a lot because I was with a good friend of mine and we were just having a good time. But I don't like cottonmouth, and I didn't like how it made me. It was like, it felt like it was kind of dragging me down. I'd rather be up, up, up than down, down, down. Am I sober? Well, I'm on pain medication, but to me, I'm sober. I went to rehab in 2005 for alcohol because I was a full-blown alcoholic. Let me tell you, I didn't have a pain doctor, It was a couple of years after my accident, and I had my child, and I was in too much pain to take care of him. I started drinking because I could get alcohol, and I just overdid it. And so, like, am I sober? Kinda. You would never know that, like, when I'm on pain medication. I don't think. I don't know. He never knows if I, excuse me, my nose is, if I have it or not. But, and I do have a drink once in a while, like once or twice at the most a year. I might, like at a Mexican restaurant, I might once a year have a margarita. I have a bottle of wine in my bedroom. I don't know why my nose just started itching. I have a bottle of wine in my bedroom that I've had since December, and like that much has gone out of it. Because whenever Cricket says Zena Marlene, you know, like every once in a while I feel like having a toast. But so that's kind of where I am on being sober, kind of. Well, I don't know. Every plant is a bit different effect, but there are some strains that can pick up your appetite a bit. Yeah, yeah. I know. I should probably check into it. And I don't understand why it doesn't help me with my pain, but it doesn't, or it hasn't so far. Probably because I've been on narcotics for so long. That's what I would say. And nothing else really works. Even when I come out of rehab, like when my mom said go to rehab or move out, and I went to rehab and got off of everything. What was my point? Anyway, I've been off of narcotics now and then for the past 20, at the end of this month, it will be 23 years I've been in a wheelchair, 23 years since my accident. But yeah, I've been on narcotic pain medication for so long that nothing else seems to work. And I don't know if I'm addicted. I know I'm dependent. I do depend on, if I don't have pain meds, I can't get in and out of the shower. I can't, it's hard for me to get out of bed. I mean, it's physically just too much. But anyway, let's see. Using the flower could help with long-term pain relief. Oh, really? After it went legal in Oregon, you spent time figuring out some that worked, but it takes time. Yeah. Yeah. And Richard was living in Humboldt County when I moved in with him before we moved to Florida. And he was a pot grower for years up there, just you know, a little bit in his yard, because he smoked pot. He was a very loyal pot smoker, you know, all his life up until I think about 5 years ago when he said God told him to quit. And he had a dove land on his shoulder. How many people have a dove land on their shoulder? He did. So he took it serious and he quit. But Richard grew all kinds of pot, but I would try it now and then. I mean, he had jars of it, and it was just so strong and made me so tired. And like I said, I've tried it throughout the years, and it never helped near as much as the narcotic pain meds. And so, of course, I want what works best. Who doesn't? I mean, some people don't want to be on narcotic pain meds, and that's fine. If they don't want to, that's fine. They, you know, you have the choice, but I want to be on them. And I don't care if you am addicted, or I'm telling you what, I have a life when I'm on them, and when I'm not, I don't have a life. Let me put it that way. And, you know, in prison, you can't take, they don't give you pain meds. I mean, I think they give cancer patients pain meds in prison, but in Florida, you don't go to prison and take pain meds. And so for 3 years, that's why I gained so much weight too, because I barely got out of bed because it was too painful. And so for 3 years, I was not on any pain medication, and I was miserable, had, you know, no life. That's why I take pain medication. You never thought it was diminishing your pain. It gave you a break from the experience for a time. Wildfire might have told him to quit up in Humboldt. He said God told him. It's probably just not. Yeah. Some people, like the people that like their pot, they really like their pot. And I know that just because of how old I am. And it's hard for people to quit smoking weed. You know, if they like it, they really like it. And that's how he was. He was a loyal pot smoker for years and years and years. And I just never was enjoyable for me. But anyway, you guys, I hate to do it, but if I don't, I'm going to be running late for the dentist, and I'm always late anyway, and it drives him bananas. I mean, I'm never ready on time. Never. I'm late for everything. I'm late for court. I am late for everything. It's like I have a mental block. I mean, even if it's just 5 minutes, I'm late. And he's one of those people that is always on time. He's always ahead of time. And so I should have gotten off of here about 15 minutes ago, but I'm going to jump off. But y'all be looking for me. I'm going to try to go on earlier than Pup Groomer, but I'm going to start trying to go on every day or almost every day. I might start like 3 or 4 days/nights a week, maybe more. But I am going to start popping on. So y'all look for me so I'm not alone. I appreciate you popping in, every one of you. You've been there, the quality of life situation. Yeah. If God would tell me to quit, I'd save some money. That's the truth, huh? Brian says, when I discovered weed at 17, a whole new world opened up. Yeah, that's kind of how he was. You get along. It was nice to catch up. Yeah, it was good seeing you, Janelle. Good seeing all of you. Really, I have enjoyed this more than I remembered. I was a little scared to jump on tonight because it's been so long, but y'all are so nice. I appreciate it. She's quitting at midnight West Coast time. Okay, cool. Well, that's good to know. That's good to know, because sometimes, like, okay, 12, that's 3 my time, but that's usually when I'm up, because it's so damn hot during the day that I don't like to be up there. I like to sleep when it's hot and be up at night. But okay, well, I'll figure out a time and try to schedule it around the same time every day, so I'll be a little consistent. I can't promise that, but I'm going to come back on later because I want to show y'all. Like I said, I use scrap clay to make this, and I want to make a necklace out of it. So I'm going to do that live because I've been wanting to show people how I don't know what I did with all my jewelry. I took it out of here. Oh, because I was trying to clean my studio up a little bit. I had necklaces hanging everywhere. Oh, I have some back here. Well, this is the kind I used to make. I used to work with metal a lot. This is kind of interesting. But now I use more beads, and I use chain and wire and crystals. Anyway, I'm going to show how I make the necklace to go with that pendant. But let me stop talking because I will jabber on. If I'm not careful, I will miss my appointment. So take care. Love you guys. It's good to see you. Bye-bye.